What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Studying Cinema. Feel me? Just got home from watching Deadpool Wolverine, and I gotta say, it did live up to its expectations. You feel me? First off bat, fresh out the movie theater, I gotta say that as far as the cameos and all of the little tidbits that we were expecting from this movie, we got all of that in this movie. From Deadpool traveling to different universes to us seeing different versions of Wolverine in between, and us seeing old characters from previous movies, Fox movies, and other movies alike. It was really an ensemble of everything that made up the MCU before the MCU was really birthed. I gotta say, as somebody that has seen the older X-Men movies, the older Marvel movies from back in the day, you feel me? It's really good to see a movie like this, to bring all of those old movies back together for the one time and see some characters come back to life, through this vision. You feel me? And all in all, I gotta say, the movie is worth seeing in theaters. I feel like it is the best Deadpool movie out of the trilogy, beside the fact that, Hugh Jackman is in it. In the beginning, I feel like personally it does move a little bit fast, but it slows down towards, the second and third act. The pacing of it towards the second and third act, you feel me, is a lot more fluid, and then it works very well. Um, Even though I'm saying, the beginning of the movie, the pacing is kind of fast, it doesn't take away from the movie at all. I feel like it's just like that in the beginning because of, you know, everything that's going on in the beginning of the film. It's a lot of exposition out there, you feel me? Especially when you're dealing with a multiversal movie. There's a lot of exposition that you got to get up in there before you could really tackle the main conflict. So all in all, I feel like they handled it pretty well. I feel like Marvel sticking with the true character and the true nature of Deadpool, allowing him to, do his own thing, really helped. It really brought out the best in Hugh Jackman as well. Um, we all know that Logan was R-rated movie. It was able to be fleshed out, and with some of the superhero movies having that R rating allows the characters that, have a more violent background to really be fleshed out. So we were able to see the characters for what they really are across all of the realms, whether it be like these current day characters or the characters that are brought back from, past movies. I'm not going to get into all of the, spoilers or the too much in the detail about the plot, but um, I do feel like the story that we were pitched, you feel me, through the trailers and everything, and the footage that we were seeing through the trailers is really a small fraction of everything that's in the film. It's a lot more to the film than what we are seeing in the trailers. And for the people that haven't seen the film yet, you could look forward to seeing the movie that's very like action packed, very, very fluid. It's something that keeps your attention, the whole time. It's never a real dull moment in the film where you're just like, okay, you feel me? What's gonna happen next? The movie is just moving like this at a good pace, throughout. So all of the fight scenes, the choreography and everything, I feel like it was cool to see, these characters do their thing. The little fights we saw between Deadpool and Wolverine, very, very, comic booky, very, very. And then when I say comic booky, I'm not saying in a cheesy sense. I'm saying in the sense, like I said, the characters are able to be fleshed out and, and do their own thing. Not in the sense where, they have to be held back based off of the rating of the movie. For the next few moments, I'm going to get into some of my favorite moments in the film. And, I might include some spoilers in it, especially when it comes to cameos. I gotta say, my favorite cameo of the film was seeing Wesley Snipes back as Blade, because that's something that I was kind of hoping for before going into the film. I kind of expected some of the other ones, in a sense, or at least kind of foresaw some of the other cameos, but the Blade one was something I was really hoping for on the low. I didn't know if it was gonna get pulled off, but to see that character come back and see that character also have like substantial runtime in the movie was very, very entertaining nonetheless. Also seeing Channing Tatum as Gambit, that was fire. You feel me? That was real fire. Not even gonna lie. Everything else that we saw in the movie was very, very, very entertaining. Even that one scene where we saw, the one version of Wolverine about to square off with the Hulk, that was a little nod. You feel me? That we got to see. So hopefully in the movie, hopefully in the future we get to see, more of these types of characters and cameos be brought back to life. I feel like this movie is really, and as well as the previous Deadpool movies, they really um, captured the essence of a comic book movie and and focusing in on what's true to the character and what's true to a real comic book story. It's not always just a story that revolves around one singular character, and it's okay to have a comic book movie with multiple big characters or multiple, lesser known characters, and have it work in a way that isn't like, okay, we focus on this character for this amount of time, and this character for this amount of time. It could work with all of these characters bouncing off of each other, and it doesn't have to be forced. Because a real superhero team up movie, it's supposed to be fluid. It's supposed to be characters bouncing off of each other. And I feel like this movie right here really captured all of that. It took the whole obstacle of throwing in the cameos and made it work in a sense where it's not just, okay, we're just having his character show his face and, get his little 2 minutes in and then walk off. A lot of these cameos are substantial, and they're not just in there for like the quick jabs, you feel me? They actually kind of add to what's going on in the story. So that's something I appreciated as well. All in all, I'm kind of looking forward to what's in the future as far as the X-Men go in the MCU. I hope they do justice to all of the characters. I want to see if they're going to stick with Hugh Jackman in the future or if they're going to, fully reboot and just bring in a whole new cast. But it seems like, these characters, they're going to be a part of Secret Wars, obviously. My prediction is if there is a multiversal Avengers team, Deadpool and Wolverine are going to be in it. We're going to see if that whole storyline plays out, but this movie was definitely a standout from the other movies that we be getting in the MCU phase as of late. So all in all, I appreciate you guys for tuning into this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. Let me know any other movies that you guys want me to review. Like I said, this is a fresh review straight out of the movie theater. So, hopefully I can get this up tonight. If not, you guys will see this tomorrow being Friday. So make sure to like, subscribe, and, stay cozy.